Foster County non-emergency services. How can I help you?
Hi, I need to, I'm calling because I need to report a harassment crime and have an officer come out.
Okay, what is it that you're trying to report, ma'am? How can I help you?
I'm sorry?
I said, what is it that you're trying to report, ma'am? How can I help you?
A harassment crime? I don't know. We were told to call this number and that they would dispatch an officer out.
Okay, what's the address where all of this took place at, ma'am?
3 Road.
And can you repeat the address to make sure we have it correct, ma'am?
3
And the phone number you're calling from, ma'am? And may I please have your name?
Lee.
All right, tell me exactly what happened, ma'am.
I'm not sure. My attorney's on her way over. She just said that I needed to start the call and tell them I have to report a harassment crime. That's all she told me to say.
Okay, what is the harassment charge, ma'am? The police need to know.
I'm not sure. My attorney's on her way over here right now. She's coming to my house. She just spoke with the Essex Police Station and the commissioner and all this stuff. I don't know. She just said I need to call and tell them a harassment crime and an officer to come out and speak to us.
Right, we can have an officer come out, but they need to know what the harassment crime is, and they need to know why they're responding. Do you want to wait, give her a chance to get there? Maybe we can speak with her, or...
Yeah, because she's on her way right now. She just was hoping that they could be here by the time she gets here, because she'll be here in like 5 minutes. She's around the corner. She was coming from the police station. And she just said, call this number right now and tell them you need to report a harassment crime.
Okay, but that's what I'm asking you, Ms. Eberhardt. What is the harassment? What is the crime that you're trying to report?
Okay, that's what I guess I'm waiting for from her. She's got all the information. She just came from she just got everything together, so that's what we're waiting for. So are you guys going to send somebody out, or do I need to have her call you guys?
Okay, well, they need to know what they're coming out for to make sure that we get you the appropriate response.
Okay, let me just have her call you guys, because she's got all the information of what's going on.
Does this include you, or is it in reference to her? Is this in reference to a case, or?
Yes, it's regarding me. It's regarding me and an ex of mine that's harassing me.
Okay, so are you able to give me that information, or do you need to get it from her?
What information? You need the person's name, or what exactly do you need?
Okay, the officers need to know the gist of the reason that they're coming out, not just that I need them out here so I can tell them that. They need to know what they're coming out for. So if you need a detective, they'll make sure you get the appropriate detective. If you need a patrol officer, so that you get the appropriate patrol officer.
I mean, I think she just said an officer. They said they would send an officer out. Would you rather me just have her call you and she can give you all the information of what's going on?
Well, that's it, ma'am. If you feel comfortable giving it to me, that's fine. But the officers need to know what it is that they're coming out for.
Okay, well, let me have her call then, because she has all the documentation. It's like complex issues, and it's like a binder of stuff that she needs to talk to them about. So let me see what she just said for me to call this number and say I need to report a harassment crime and to send an officer out. That's all she told me, and that's what I'm doing, but I don't have any other information other than that.
Okay. I know you mentioned that the harassment is against you. Do you feel harassed that the person is there? Do you feel like you're in harm right now? Or?
The person's not here right now. And like I said, she's on her way over. She'll be here, like, she was literally coming from right around the corner from my house. She was at the police station. They told her to call this number, so she's on her way over here right now to meet me with all the information.
Okay, so is it that you want to file harassment charges against someone, or someone is trying to file them against you?
I'm assuming we need to file them against someone.
Okay. Was this a family member, a coworker?
It's an ex-spouse or an ex, I don't know, an ex.
But she never said what she just wants the officer there.
Yeah. Apparently she has all the documentation and information, and she wants the officer to come out.
Okay, that's fine. She can hold us to the documentation. That's fine. Can you tell me what the harassment is so that we can try to get an officer started for you?
I have no idea. Yeah, I'm not sure. She has all that information right now.
Because without them knowing what they're coming for, I just, I don't want to have you sitting waiting and they don't know what they're coming for, and then an emergent call comes in, because that's where they would have to go first.
Okay, let me call her, and then I'll have her call you, because I don't know. Let me have her call you. Okay?
She can actually me directly. I'm operator 211. That way we don't have to go through the whole trying to halfway explain it all over again, okay?
And I'm sorry, what did you say? Do what?
I said she can answer me directly. I'm operator.
Operator 211. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey,
Thank you.
This is Irene Smith.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Smith, you have operator on the line to give you some help.
Hi, operator. And this is Irene Smith. I'm going to stay with the Women's Law Center.
Yes, ma'am. How are you today?
Well, I've had better days. I just left the precinct, and I talked to a very nice officer who told me I needed to call this number and get an officer out. Here's the situation. I've been an attorney only doing domestic violence for 22 years, and I've never had a more psycho other side. This guy, we had a court order for the last 2 weeks. He was supposed to have no contact. He was supposed to not disparage her. In the last 2 weeks, he's shown up at the child's soccer practice unannounced, uninvited, was told to leave, wouldn't leave. They had to shelter and hide in place from school administrators. Okay. Then he shows up at a cup stacking event, again, uninvited, unannounced, unwelcome, told to leave. Then he files a wellness check to claiming that the child is being somehow abused because he had stomach flu and didn't go to school that day. Then he posts on the site, even though he does not live in, listing my client's address and asking members of the community to go watch her and monitor, which some weirdos say they've already done, that they're sitting outside of her house going to stare at her. This guy has 15-something years of domestic violence history. He's a martial arts instructor. He has 42-plus guns. He has crossbows. He has knives. He videotapes himself beating his shins with a crowbar. He breaks coconuts and videotapes himself with his bare hands. In 22 years, I've never been more worried about a guy going to go kill everybody than this guy, and I need help. I've never called personally to police in my entire life for a client, and I'm on the phone begging for help now.
Well, let me get some information from you. The young lady I'm sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied today.
That's okay. That's okay.
The young lady who I was speaking with, can you ask her to give me her home address again, please? And I do apologize. May I have your name again, ma'am?
Irene Smith, Irene. I'm her attorney, and I've never had to make a call. And this is the one I need help with. I'm serious. This guy is 100% a lunatic, and he's going to be the next mass shooter. He's crazy.
Now, what's your client's name?
or her previous name. It's not her maiden name, but it's her previous name.
So now you
Her
said that
previous
you
name.
had that for the last 2 weeks you've had a protective order. Is the protective order still
No,
in
no,
place,
we
or-
went for a protective order because he holds the line of where he goes. He made a veiled threat to me like he wished she was dead, he wished she was in the grave, but he didn't say, I'm going to kill her. So at the hearing, we withdrew the protective order to change a regular custody order to say no contact except for in a medical emergency, no harassment or disparaging comments or what have you, and all transportation issues have to happen at the police department.
Okay.
Since that time, without fail, he has texted her, he has called her, he has shown up uninvited and unpermitted at the school. He's really only supposed to have every other weekend, Friday through Sunday. He shows up at all other times. He grabs her, grabs the child. He's posted this craziness on his Facebook page, asking community members to monitor her, and weirdos are saying they're monitoring her. People we don't know. He posts videos of his child. I mean, he's gone off the deep end.
Okay, so there is no sort of order in place, actively in place.
There is an order. There is an order. There is. It's just not a protective order. It's the order of the circuit court. We have a copy of it with us.
Is it a custody order or?
It's a custody order that he consented to that said he was not going to contact her and he wasn't going to talk about her to third parties. So what I would like to charge him with, and I've looked at all the statutes, is I'm sorry, I forgot to add. He has recently come off a set for telephone harassment for a previous round where he went nutto and sent her multiple pictures of himself having three-way sex. So I want to go back to a regular old harassment charge and a telephone misuse charge, which he's already had conviction for.
And what's his name, ma'am?
All right, his name is Timothy. That part's easy. But his last name is Berkmeyer, Berkmeier. But sometimes when the court documents spell it, they miss an E. Sometimes it's just Berkmeier, and they forget that E between the K and the M.
So she has the order against him, and he has basically violated everything on the order.
Yes, and we filed for contempt, but we don't have a hearing until April 14th, and I think he's going to kill her before that. Because the behavior, I've tracked this guy's behavior for years. I've read every single text he sent. He's always a wacko, but he's going extra wacko right now, and he's showing up at schools trying to grab the kid, showing up at soccer practice trying to grab the kid. He's got literally a mob situation on this bully's quarters, looking at her and monitoring her and saying that they're going to come at her with Nerf guns and shoot her as she tries to leave her home. That's what he's doing right now. He's gone from normal crazy, real crazy, but at the point where in my 22 years experience, my lethality assessment is saying I'm about to have a murder-suicide or just a plain old murder. I've never worked with an opposing party who's this out of control, ever. And all I do is domestic violence, and I've never had anyone like that.
Now, you don't see or hear him in the area now, do you at all, ma'am?
No, but let me tell you, he says on these things that he drives over around her house. He videotapes our mediation sessions. He drives by the house and videotapes. He videotaped or audiotaped me on the phone talking to him. He mentioned that in the mediation that he's been audiotaping me. I'm the attorney. He posted my phone number on, and for some reason to get, I guess, the mob to come after me. This morning, in a weird related thing, I come out of my house, go to my car, my tire was slashed. I don't know that that's him, so I'm not filing charges, but I'm telling you, his boundary isn't even just with her. His boundary is now to me and to her husband, and I mean, he is crazy. Capital C crazy.
One moment. Now, are you all going to be able to wait there at that road?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, well, I'm gonna wait. And in this case, I've dropped all my other cases, and that's bad in my world. I've got a lot of domestic violence. I've dropped everything. This is a life and death situation right now. We're waiting. Yes, we're gonna do whatever we need to do. This has got to stop before he kills her.
And when did all of this actually happen? Like today, or was it yesterday, or?
It's been happening almost constantly since he's been abusive for whatever, since 2011. But the escalation in behavior started, I'd say, around December 24th. He lost a custody case. He started escalating then, but he's gotten even worse from February 9th, which is the day we got this order. The abduction attempts have started since then. He called yesterday to have this wellness check. He started posting more stuff on Bully's Quarters. I mean, I'd say since February 9th, we've gone from regular crazy to life and death crazy.
Now, is he in the area?
I don't know. He could be. He says he monitors and he doesn't really work. He works at night doing this martial arts business, but he spends all his days just stalking and harassing her. So for all I know, yes, he is, but I don't currently know that.
Now, do you see or hear anyone now?
Say it again?
Do you see or hear anyone now?
Let me go look outside and see if I see him. I mean, honestly. Let's look for him. Jesus Christ. I mean, but he could be. I don't know where he is. I don't know what he's doing, but he could be anywhere at any time. Because he'll show up at times we don't expect, and then all of a sudden there he is trying to snatch the kid. I don't know where he is currently. He drives a gold Toyota Corolla. That's not a good idea.
Why not?
We should stay in Postal City. Oh, that's the other cat. Oh, that's nice. Hey, gosh, yeah. That's nice. Nice to have a dog. Yes.
Okay, I went ahead and sent the call to be dispatched. Now, you mentioned that he drives a gold Toyota Corolla. Do you happen to know a tag number?
You know the tag number? Hold please. Yes. Yes, hold on. 2GB X02.
No, is that a Maryland tag?
Maryland tag, yes.
And it's 2G as in George, B as in boy, X as in X-ray 02?
Yes.
And then it's a gold Toyota Corolla.
Yes.
All right. In the meantime, I have went ahead and sent the call will be dispatched out. We're going to get you the next available officer there. Until
Okay.
the officers arrive, we ask that you all please stay inside and keep the doors and the windows locked.
Oh, that's definitely happening, trust me.
If he does show up, just stay inside. Yep, I need you to dial 911 back immediately.
Okay.
You do want to keep, as you've notated, you want to keep a list of all the dates, times, and details of any previous incidents.
Yes.
Any phone calls that he's made, we ask that you all do not erase the caller ID.
Yep.
Okay.
We've got that. We got it all.
Great. If he sends
We
me
saved
back,
it all to Dropbox so that when we get murdered that someone will know what happened to us. I'm not even kidding. We literally believe that at any point we have to have all of our ducks in the line because we will not be here to tell you this story.
Well, again, if there's any text messages or emails, we ask that you don't delete those either. Anything that you
we
have
have it all.
handwritten, I need you to have that available for the officers as well. Also,
We got it.
any paperwork that you have available from the court, if you could have that available as well.
We got it already.
Okay. Also, I'm not sure how he's calling, but if you can possibly attempt to identify his call information by using the phone trace, it's normally star 57 on most phones, but you may want to check with your provider to make sure star 57 works on there.
Okay. He's not blocking his number. It's his normal number.
Oh, okay. Well, I have one in. I'll set the call will be dispatched. We will get the next available officer out. So if anything at all changes prior to the officer's arrival, just please give us a call back.
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh, you're more than welcome, ma'am. No problem.
Bye-bye.